Hello my lovely kings and queens, you are definitely welcome back to my channel. My name is Pedrolin, and if it's the first time stopping by, you are definitely welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to leave some comments below. So in today's video, guys, we are going to talk about Tracy Morgan. He is an American actress, voiceover. He has acted in a lot of movies, and he's also well known for acting in the, I think it's called something like the Sunday Night Live, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, So this man has been nominated for many awards, like for acting. I think he was nominated in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. He got an award, for acting. I think he also does something like comedy. He's very good at comedy. So he was like married in 1987. He was married, and then he divorced in 2009. He was married to Sabina Morgan, so he divorced that lady. And then in 2015, he married the current lady that he's having a child with. Then right now they are going through a very disaster divorce, even though there is a prenup. So right now, some rumors are like circulating around saying that their divorce is going to be like very dramatic, since even though the prenup, I think the prenup is going to help, but in terms of like dividing the items, property, that's where there's going to be like a big problem, because I think this man, he's wealthy, something like $51 million. I think that's his net wealth, if I'm not mistaken. So some people are just like, it's just like some rumors, guys. Don't believe everything that I say, because even me, I just like do some research, and then after that I come here on YouTube. I try my level best, So if I try to say some other things that are incorrect, just know that I'm not perfect. So there is some rumor saying that the divorce is going to be a very dramatic, since the splitting of the property is causing a lot of problem. Even though the lady is the one who filed for divorce. I think she's filed for divorce 5 months back. And then after that, I think on the 28th of February, if I'm not mistaken. And then after that, the following day, and then the husband he also filed for divorce. Both of them, filed for divorce, which means all of them, they wanted to be separated. All of them, they're like on the same page, like to separate from each other, because normally, sometimes, like when you are like living together, or if you've been married together for many years, it's either the other partner may want a divorce, and then the other one might try to work out things. But for them, the both of them, it's like they want a divorce, which means maybe their marriage has been going through a lot of problem. You may never know what other people are facing in their marriage unless you put yourself in their shoes, because sometimes we believe that maybe like, celebrity also, they are just human beings just like us. Sometimes when we see them like in movies, like acting comedy, we think that maybe it's like everything is like real. It's like, I don't know, sometimes I feel as if, people normally used to use like fantasy when they used to see like celebrity. They think that maybe celebrities, sometimes they don't go through hardship. Of course, they're human beings also. They go through a lot of hardship, So these men, you may never know the thing that lead to their divorce, because they haven't yet opened up, like to give the reason why they are going separate ways, even though the divorce now has been like finalized. But now they are only waiting for sharing of properties, which is going to be like disaster. And then from there, they have got a 7-year daughter. I think the name of the daughter is called Marvin. I'm not sure if that's the correct name. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think she's also 7 years. So the man wants like something like 50-50, but the lady, she wants like sole custody of the child, which means, she wants like ownership of the baby, which is not fair for me, I feel as if, if both of them, they're making enough income, which means it has to be like 50-50. The other time she has the right to be at the father side, and then the other time she has to be at the father side. It has to balance, since all of them, they're like matured, they're not like dramatic, they're not like involved in what like these other people are like doing a lot of, like, I don't know, how should I call them, it's like some other people, they're involved like alcohol, all those things. But for them, they, just by looking at them, when I saw the lady, she looks like a matured person. And also the man, also when I looked at him, he looks like a matured man, which means, I think he's capable of taking care of his daughter, including the lady as well. So for me, I feel as if it has to balance, even though the man, he wants that the wife should return back his surname, because right now the wife is using the husband's surname. So for me, I feel as if, it's going to depend on the lady. If she has like opened a lot of businesses, which means, it's not going to be fair for her like to change the surname, since already she's been using those names like in her businesses, company, all those things, documents. It's going to depend on her as a person. But even though we may never know the judge, how they're going to judge their case, but for me, I wish the both of them the best luck, even though 2020 has been very difficult. A lot of divorces have been happening in this year. So I pray that if it's possible, next year, it should become a happy year. I pray that next year, there shouldn't be like a lot of divorce, because we want to see people, like being married. I want to like to get inspired by people like who have been married like for many years. That's something that I like. But when I see people like separating, divorce, but for them, they have been married like for 5 years, which is not a long time. But even though they have got a daughter together, who brings them, together, regardless, even if they're going to have a problem right now, I think, as time goes on, they're going to heal and come back together, as a family, not necessarily meaning that they have to live like in the same roof, for the sake of their daughter, So see you guys in my next video. I hope that you're taking very good care of yourself. Bye bye, my lovely people.